that I sleep with his lover, I'm like his brother. I'm sitting there, watching him put slugs in the clip, telling him to get a grip and don't end it like this. I'm steady begging him, trying to calm him down, but he won't. Cock the hammer back, put it down his throat. Back.
What's good, Combat Sports fans? You already know who it is. It's your boy Bando back at it with another episode. We're doing a short episode. I know you see a couple new short episodes. That's why I'm going to start doing a couple new short episodes, because there's always something to talk about. Like I say in all these intros, there's always something to talk about in the MMA world, in the boxing world. And what I wanted to talk about today is Jamal Hill. Now, I'm genuinely a fan of Jamal Hill, right? I've been rocking with him on the come up. You know, we saw him take that tough loss to Paul Craig. Then he came back, went on a beautiful streak, was getting finishes. And at one point I was predicting, I'm like, this man's going to become the champion. He's definitely going to be a champion, because how can he not with that power, you know? And it seemed like his skill set was evolving as he was fighting. Like, he was beating guys like Thiago Santos, finishing guys like Johnny Walker, you know, getting just good wins overall. And I'm like, damn, this dude actually is solid. He's going to be the one to go in there and beat Glover Teixeira. And then Yuri ended up beating Glover, right? And then the whole situation of Magomed and Jan having a terrible fight when Yuri ended up vacating. That fight was so bad that the next month, Dana booked Jamal and Glover, and Jamal got his shot, and Jamal did what he needed to do. He looked really good in that fight. He went to war. He put the work in, and got the win over Glover Teixeira in his hometown. Now, fast forward to where we're at right this second. Right now. Jamal Hill recently lost to Alex Pereira. We all saw it. We saw it. It was UFC 300. Biggest card you can be on. We all saw it. Nobody could have missed it, right? And it was a hell of a win, right? When Jamal had the belt, he got injured, had to vacate. Then Yuri and Alex were fighting for the belt. Now Alex is the champion. Alex and Jamal get the shot. They go at it. Now we all know the situation that happened too. There was a nut shot, right? Herb came to stop the fight, as he should. That's what the referee does. They come to stop the fight when someone gets kicked below the belt, right? So he got hit below the belt. And Alex, because Alex was fine, he put his hand up, basically shucked him off, right? Basically was like, nah, we're good, right? If you watch closely, Jamal Hill acknowledges that, puts his hand out, 2 tap hands, right? Steps back, proceeds to throw a right hand, and gets countered with a left hook. And everybody's saying, oh, well, not everybody. A lot of people are saying that, oh, he would have never got that position if it wasn't for the stoppage. Jamal was distracted, this and that. Okay, all right. Here's my question, right? If that happened to Jamal at the beginning of the fight, right, where they came out and they touched gloves, and the next punch thrown knocked him out, are you going to blame the glove touch and say that was a distraction? What was a distraction? You touched gloves in this one after the whole situation was cleared. We all saw what happened. We all saw that you kicked them in the nuts. The situation was cleared. You acknowledge that. You both tapped hands. You put your hands up. You both tapped hands. The fight is back on. So now you fast forward, like I said, to this moment right now. We're looking at Jamal Hill posting the Instagram post, and I'll post the post. You guys can read it yourself. So he proceeds to mention, right, that he hasn't spoke about this. Of course, we've been past 300, right? We're about to move on to 303 in a few weeks. We're past 300, but he brings it up now. Says he hasn't spoke about this, and now he wants to bring it up. Brings it up. He's talking about he dog walked Glover Teixeira in Glover Teixeira's hometown, which Glover Teixeira, we all know, is Alex Pereira's boy, his trainer. They've been together for a long time, putting the work in together, and Jamal Hill did beat him, and he beat him good. It was a really tough fight, right? He did show respect at the end of the fight. It just that's sometimes how it is in that moment. You're in the moment where you're not feeling like, oh, I just finally knocked out the dude that I want to knock out, right? You didn't want to go out there and finish Glover in any certain way and celebrate over him, right? Glover's one of the most respectful fighters and stuff, right? And you weren't even talking shit about Glover. Glover wasn't talking shit about you. It was a respectful matchup. The whole lead up was all respectful. There was nothing grimy or intense or nothing about it that was like, there was no, I don't even know what to call it. There was no bullshit going on, though. It was straight respect. So yeah, you ended the fight with respect. I understand having somebody dance over you or do a meme over you, an emote over you, whatever you want to call it, after you just got KO'd on the biggest card. It probably fucking sucks. I can't doubt it. That probably sucks. And then you got all the haters talking shit. You got all these people who never fought a day in their life, never will fight a day in their life, talking about it and stuff like that. And I get it. It's probably annoying, right? But to me, he's just trying to make excuses now for what happened. He said he was distracted. He said that if that never happened, if you pay attention, if that never happened, he wouldn't have been able to keep me back on my back foot, this and that. And it's like, he still hit you with the left hook, regardless. I mean, he caught you. It is what it is. No one is wanting to give Alex Pereira any credit for any of his wins. He beats Izzy. Someone says it's an early stoppage. He beats Yuri. They say it's an early stoppage. He beats Jan. Says, oh, he really didn't beat Jan. Beats Jamal. Says Jamal was distracted. Okay, when are you guys just going to accept the fact that the man cracks? It is what it is. He hits hard. And he's hitting guys with this left hand that they don't see coming. Right? If you watch closely, watch in slow-mo the Yuri Petroska fight, watch how he hits him with that left hand that none of us could have even saw coming. If you have to watch really closely because it's a quick left hand that Yuri gets dropped with, right? It's the same situation here. It's the same situation in every one of his fights. When that left hook lands, it's a problem. But the thing about Jamal Hill, right, is like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm a Jamal Hill fan, but these are the worst things to see when it comes to this, right? Because yeah, I'm one that disagrees. There's a lot of people out there that probably do agree with him, but I'm one that disagrees. I don't believe that that's what happened. I believe that you acknowledge the fact of what was going on. You guys touched gloves. You stepped back. You went to go throw your punch, and you got clipped, right? So that's the game. That's how it goes, right? But now he's on Instagram telling people he'll pay him $20K to come spar him and fight him and this and that. So, shit, I'll take $20K to get my ass beat. No, I'm kidding. Jamal Hill will probably, hammer me into the fucking baseboard of the octagon. I'm good on all that. But $20K sounds kind of nice. That is pretty nice. So somebody's going to come up on it. If a 135-pound fighter, a 145-pound fighter, maybe 155-pound fighter says that, $20K, I might go take that ass whooping. But I'm not taking no ass whooping from a guy who's 220 pounds right now. I'm good. And he's angry. He's angry. Rightfully so. But still, right? I think the only thing to be pissed off about is the haters. That I understand. I back anybody that would be pissed off with haters. But at the same time, you got to understand that's part of the game. That's part of the game you came into. People are going to talk shit. People are going to talk shit. I always said this. Fighters have a very, very, it's a very tiny ego, right? Or, I don't know, big ego? Big ego. Yeah. I don't know. They're so sensitive, it seems like, is what I'm basically trying to say. They are so fucking sensitive. You go on Instagram, you compliment the fighter. Some are genuinely awesome. Like, the one chick from the girl from Bare Knuckle, Britton Hart. If you post a compliment under her thing, she'll like it or comment back. There was another fighter I had who did the same thing. But you get certain fighters that will like your stuff, comment back, engage with you, right? When you compliment them, when you're nice, when you're genuine. A lot of them will ignore you completely when you're genuine, but the one shit talker they're going to go at because they got to prove the shit talker wrong. Bro, there's nothing to prove wrong. You already made it to the UFC, became a champion, and you lost to a absolute savage. One of the most horrifying guys currently in the UFC to a lot of people. The way that people have built him up. You talked a lot of shit leading up to this fight. You said it many times that he wasn't going to knock you out. You were going to knock him out. There's not going to be any wrestling. They're going to stand up. I'm going to knock everybody's boy out. And I'm going to... You even... I'm almost positive Jamal even said some shit like he was going to celebrate. I'm sure people will go digging and find some shit about that. I'll wait till the MMA guru comes out with that. But... you talk shit, you got clipped. All he did was go like this, showing you it's what happens. That is what it is. And no one would have blamed you if you celebrated. Right? And then he compares like other fights, respect and stuff like that. And it's just like, dude, one fight, it happened, move on. You have a very, very interesting and tough challenge in front of you at UFC 303. You should not be even focused on Alex until you get past Carlos Ulberg, who is on a winning streak and has been knocking dudes out. The man has beautiful striking, city kickboxing trained. The cats over there are smart, man. When it comes to the striking, and you notice this fight's going to stay standing up, when it comes to the striking, these guys are clean. You're coming off a knockout loss, right? You're going up against another dude who's hitting right now. And you're not even focused on him. You're focused on trying to prove the whole world wrong. You're offering people $20K to go fight him, bro. You got to fight in a couple weeks. Stop it. Stop it. You're out of your mind. You have Carlos Ulberg in a couple weeks. He'll take the $20K now, and then he'll take the $50K that he's gonna get whenever he fights you, right? Whatever he ends up getting paid. I hope they would get paid more than that. Oh yeah, it's a Conor McGregor card. They'll definitely get paid more than that. But either way, you gotta put your focus on Carlos Ulberg. You gotta stop focusing on what happened. It's over with, right? There's nothing you can do to change it. Nothing's gonna get overturned. Nothing's gonna go back. The belt's not gonna get wrapped around your waist unless you go out there and you beat Alex Pereira. Simple as that. But yeah, I just wanted to speak on that because it seems like the thing that's going on. So we got to talk about it. It's been a big thing all over Instagram today on both my accounts. Scrolling through every MMA outlet has been talking about it a little bit, right? We have the news about McGregor and Chandler. Seems like everything's going to be okay with that. Obviously Jamal has made this statement, so it's been popping off. People have been talking about it, looking at it like, damn, dog, like, you can't be this sour. I agree, you can't be this sour. But to me, it's not about the sourness. I get it. Haters suck. People that talk shit are annoying as fuck. But dude, you gotta keep the focus on Carlos Ulberg. You shouldn't even be out there trying to prove to anybody that you would have never lost that fight. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, if Chael Sonnen continuously talked about how he beat Anderson Silva for 5 rounds, but then tapped. You know what I'm saying? It happened. Oh, I barely tapped. No, you still tapped, though. A tap is a tap. You tapped. So, overall, that's how the game goes. And that is what it is. But that's my episode right now. I'm going to go shoot more. You already know I'm going to make more. I'm always making more episodes. I just sit in this room, smoke, and talk about fights. That's what I do. So if you enjoy stuff like that, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you know when the next episode is out. And your boy Bando is out of here. Peace.